Hey, great Thursday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. And actually, I I was going to start off by doing it's a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. Why don't you be? And then I sort of had this urge to turn to put on my shoes, and I sort of started to feel like Mr. Rogers when Mr. Rogers would go in and change his shoes and change his sweater. Hey, what a better way to celebrate Throwback Thursday and think about Mr. Rogers. And I was rushing to put on my shoes, and I thought, it's already time to start. Should I put on my shoes or should I start the show? Hey, got to be on time, folks. I like to be punctual. So now that Brownsville is pretty much in the new and the new Venice because of our streets flooding. Are the Regios going to launder money in our town too? More? Uh, 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 uh. Actually, I think a lot of the laundering money came from individuals from Tamaulipas more than they are from individuals from Monterrey. I think if the people from Monterrey are going to launder any money, they're going to launder some money up in McAllen area, Edinburgh, those couple of towns. Not necessarily Brownsville, Texas. But with that said, I think we have enough money launderers coming in from Tamaulipas. And let me tell you, there be plenty. Too many. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. We will probably have a short show today because I need to go to the grocery store. It's been a crazy, crazy day for me because I did have two weddings today. I hate my duck thing. There it goes. I had two weddings today. So I did a little bit of scootering downtown, guys. Actually, passed by. Is it Puget? Puget Elementary around that time, and had opportunity to wave and say hi, and to the folks I didn't have a chance to say hi to, guys. Thank you for sending me messages saying that you saw me on the scooter, guys. But I will be uh, having to go do a little bit of grocery shopping after the show, and just get ready for tomorrow. It's kind of funny, but I was in Matamoros today. I did take my parents' new pet. My parents got a new puppy dog, and why they thought they needed a new dog, it boggles my mind. I have absolutely no clue. So they asked if I would take the pup because it is a stray that just all of a sudden showed up. So it's just a stray. So he said wanted to rescue the stray. So now they took the stray, brought the stray home, and they said we need you to take him to Matamoros to go get some vaccinations. Vaccinations are kind of inexpensive in Matamoros, I guess. I don't know how much they cost here, not for a pup, but actually got two vaccines, the worms and something other for the pup, and it was like 500 pesos, which roughly is like $25, más o menos. $25 for two vaccines wasn't so bad. The dog was kind of tripping out, kind of scared going across some. I don't know if he was scared of going across the Matamoros or he just never been in a car before. It's a cute pup. Good evening, Sebastian, my man. Good evening, Joe, my man. Good evening from Naples, Florida, Alejandra, all the way from Naples, Florida. Did you hear about incident in Brownsville? I actually haven't heard anything about what's been going on in Brownsville today. It has been really, really very, very quiet. I had the opportunity to speak to my folks out there at the county today, and a lot of people at the county are very concerned with what's going on at the sheriff's department. Let me tell you guys, just never been very involved in regards to sheriff politics to what's going on. What I do hear is that the sheriff has a couple of lawsuits have been filed against the sheriff in regards to the hiring practice and uh, the work that's going on. And again, guys, I'm very, very proud that a lot of people at the county are, at that point where they've decided to speak up for their rights and need be file a lawsuit. I think that's fair. I think that it has been a little bit erratic at the sheriff's department. As that I honestly, truly believe that it's just a little bit too much drama for our community. But again, what do I know? Oh, if there's one thing that Browns was famous for is a lot of drama. Oh, good evening, Hilda Hermosa. Good evening, Judy. Upside down face. I noticed that a lot of people use a lot of the emojis things. Guys, I'm not good with emojis. There was this show coming out on Netflix that comes out on Netflix called The Ring, and it's like remember the Real World? H no not MTV, The Real World. It's like the MTV, but instead of socializing, they're socializing via emojis and online, like quarantine craziness. I started to watch it. It just got a little bit too repetitive. Hey, good evening, Katie. Good evening, Katie. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, El Gallo de Joe Valdez. We getting another barbecue joint, Reinas, formerly known as Barbie Cuties. Cool. Do weddings. How do you get annulled so quickly? Guys, let me tell you, it's good to be the cheese in Brownsville, Texas. Good evening, a peppermint. Walmart closes late, so no reason to leave early. I thought they closed at 11. I still not in tune in regards to a lot of the hours out there, but I am feeling sleepy and a little bit on the hungry side, as crazy as it may sound. We'll see what happens. I bet you didn't know that the island was has a very good rehab facility. Feeling better already. Congratulations that you're back, though, bad hombre. I'm very, very proud that you made it through rehab. Good job. Good evening, Erasmo Marcos. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. Should BIC make it a requirement for students of age to take the vaccine prior to attending summer school or next school year? No. I would be very, very concerned if the school district started to make it mandatory for individuals to get the vaccine. Guys, I still want individuals to have certain freedoms, guys, and those certain freedoms and rights should also include if individuals want to take the vaccine or not. With that said, folks, let me say I don't believe in a vaccine passport either. It's one thing that I've been asked in regards to traveling as much as I do, is individuals asking if I think that a vaccine passport or something that dictates that you've already gotten your vaccine should be required upon using a plane. I don't think so, folks. I think that's just too much intrusion in individuals' lives. With that said, guys, let me say I'm very, very proud that the CDC gave out guidelines today, and no more mask wearing. If you are fully vaccinated, guys, uh, the requirement in regards to you wearing a mask has dwindled. So I'm hoping that it becomes incentive enough for a lot of folks out there, even a lot of our students who are younger, for parents to want them to get the vaccine. And look, guys, let's go back into what we've stated all this past year and all this summer, guys. We all want our students back on campus face to face. Guys, I travel because I want my normal life back. I, I want my life back. I don't want to have to wear those stupid masks. I don't want to not travel. But let me say that one of the things that I have experienced, especially in this last trip that I made to Mexico City, guys, is that it's kind of cool having few people on a plane. I mean, there were literally very, very few individuals on the plane that I took to Mexico City and on the way back. I shared earlier that, guys, I was literally in the seat by myself, by myself. Erasmo, I didn't hear about an incident either. Just checking to see what you know. Oh! I don't know much, guys. Actually, it's been a crazy busy day. Those two weddings, I did go to Matamoros. Had some. Someone had recommended me to go get the carne asada de la 12, and I went. Let me tell you, they got some good food there. Carne asada de la 12. Some great food. They need much food. It was good. Erasmo for sheriff. No, do not want to do that. El perro pensó que los ibas a vender al taquero. Pobrecito bebé. Me dio mucho sentimiento con el pobre perrito. Me dio mucho sentimiento con el pobre perrito because he just really looked freaked out. Dog was scared he was about to become tacos. We had a guy from Matamoros who worked with us. Always took dogs back to Mexico. He'd put them in his backpack. Yikes. Good evening, Kanina. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Castro, what do you plan to running next? You've already ran for mayor, Democratic chair, BISD, commission, BISD, and commission. Rumor has it just to the peace. It's not a rumor. I am going to run for just to the peace. I want to run for mayor. I want to run for BISD, and I want to run for Congress. Those are some upcoming races out there. But I do want to run for just to the peace. I do want to run for BISD, of course. And I've only run for BISD twice. Oh, wait. No, 3 times. You're right. Se me está yendo la mente. So, yeah, just to the peace. Mayor of the city of Brownsville. BISD, 4th time. And for Congress. I like all those positions. Good evening, my brother, David. It's kind of funny, but I was remembering you up in Mexico City while I was on the elevator for going up and down the Latinoamericana, because of course you have to go up via elevators, and I'm going like, man, there's Otis, and I remembered you, David. It's kind of a funny thing that I think it's always going to stick with me. Yana, Yana. We still have to finish our thing that we started off doing the other day. Send me an inbox tomorrow. Let's get her done. Let's finish it up. Good evening, Miss Murillo. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Russell. Good evening, Joe. God bless you. What Tim Cuff to Sharp? Yes. Dr. Timothy Cuff is the new elementary principal at Sharp. I feel for Dr. Cuff. I warned Dr. Cuff. I warned everyone out there all this was going to happen. I warned folks because it's like being a prophet. Dice la escritura, el profeta no tiene honra en su propio pueblo. I am the voice that cries out in the wilderness. Bad Hombre, welcome back. It was good to see that Bad Hombre back. Jimmy Haynes, Garden Park. Wow, what did they do wrong? Be a guy area administrator. Isn't it crazy, guys? I hadn't even thought of that. There are no area administrators that are male. I mean, are they planning to file a gender lawsuit, guys? I hadn't even thought of that. There are no male AAs at the district. Gender discrimination much? Hey, there was a female attorneys that filed a gender discrimination lawsuit against the city of Brownsville. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I mean, maybe Dr. Cuff and Jimmy Haynes could get together and file a sexual discrimination because it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense that that Rose Longoria got a promotion. And didn't go back. It's crazy. But even if I'm vaccinated, I don't want people to look at me weird for not wearing a mask. Well, again, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to have a lot of crazy folk out there going like, "Wear your mask! Wear your mask!" You know, it's craziness, guys. And and I fit in a completely different arena than most people, guys. But I don't want to wear a mask in Walmart. I'm going to wear a mask in Walmart tonight, though. But I don't want to wear a mask in Walmart. There's actually a student, a young guy. I'm saying it's a student, might have been a college student, but not wearing a mask in Walmart. And my first thought was going like, "Hey, where's your mask, bro?" But that was my first thought. Of course, I didn't say anything, but it was my first thought. Like, why is this guy not wearing a mask? And I'm afraid, Zuri. I'm afraid that a lot of people in our community are going to fall into that trap. Fall into that trap of being mask mask holes, in the words of Manny, mask holes. How do they know whether I'm vaccinated or not? How will they enforce that? See, that's where it starts to become crazy. I think ultimately what they're going to have to do, Todd, is just do away with the mask mandate altogether. I still think it's weird every time I see Joe Biden, guys, wearing two masks. I just think it's weird. You know, just think it's really, 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 really weird. I did have a chance to look at a little bit of the tape where Rand Paul was going back at it with Dr. Fauci in regards to where the coronavirus virus actually came from, and they were going back and forth for a while. And they did mention the face mask wearing, if it was just more of a drama thing. And I tend to believe that Biden, it's more of a drama thing, guys. I think he knows he doesn't have to wear the mask, but he walks around with a mask most of the time, guys. Sometimes gets caught without it. It just doesn't make sense. I hate the masks. I don't wear the mask when I'm out in public. If and I may mention this before, guys, I'm not going to wear a mask at church. If I'm out there walking around in my neighborhood, which I hardly ever do, but if I wanted to, guys, I'm not going to wear a mask. When I go to Monterrey, when I was in Mexico City, guys, was not going to be wearing a mask while I was walking around. I had one in my pocket. Any place that you want to go in, they require a mask, and I could understand that. People want to feel a little bit more comfortable in regards to wearing the mask. They have the right to refuse service to anyone as an establishment, as a small business, guys. So if they want to require mask use, it's like no shoes, no shirt, no service. Same concept, guys. They have a right. They have a right. So please don't give local businesses a hard time because they're requesting individuals to walk into their offices with masks, or their buildings, or their business, guys. Please. But do I agree with the CDC guidelines in regards to not wearing masks? 100%. I'm done wearing masks. Don't want them anymore. Or the reason was they were your friends. Oh, again, we all know that the only reason that Rose Longoria is still in AA is because she but buddies with Minerva. El bad hombre guys, you're feeling better, my brother from another mother. Hey, they're together now. Hola, Emma. Emma, quedaste en que ibas a visitarme para traerme el lonchecito y te estoy esperando. No more cheese. Frank's back. Got tired of Tijerina, I guess. Guys, I'm like a I'm like a drug. People can't stay away. Wow, Dr. Cuff deserves way better. Dr. Cuff is an amazing man. Again, Dr. Cuff is an amazing, amazing guy. Are they going to move principals around some more? I'm not sure if they're actually going to move principals back and forth. A lot of people consider that something normal that they do. I don't think it's ever normal to be moving principals back and forth. It's my take. Good evening, a cat. Good evening. You can take a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. No, cannot. Been at Hannah 26 years. Principal had have always been females. Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that they try to correct with the principal from Pace. Actually, I think that there was other principals out there that would have probably fit the mold a little bit better. But the only reason that they decided to go for a male was because that there are no male um, principals here in Brownsville at the high school level, except Pace now. Isn't that crazy? I'm wanting to think to get back in the heyday, guys. All my principals were male. I can't remember them. Honestly, I can't remember. I remember the principal from Webb was male because I know he hit me with a paddle. Mr. Del Castillo, we had a male principal. Mr. Cordova, can't remember his name. I don't remember Cromac principal, but I remember Montalvo at Cummings, and of course Mr. Ortiz at Porter. I think all my principals were male back then. But isn't it a win-win for the district that when Cup and Hayes they kept their salaries and less stress? No, I don't think so. I think they keep their salaries throughout this year, and then after the year is up, then goodbye salaries. I think that they were called in to serve as principals immediately. But I think after the year is up, I don't think they keep their salaries. And I think that's very unfortunate. I tell him and Jimmy to file to go to AOBE Best Lawyers, already one district, a gender discrimination lawsuit. Gender discrimination, guys. No males at AA's positions. Dr. Cuff is amazing. If he was able to keep his current salary, then the campus that he is going to will be very happy with him. Let me tell you, Dr. Cuff is going to do a great, great job no matter what place that they place him. Just a waste of talent. Wasted talent. And again, feel for Dr. Cuff. Very unfortunate. It's easy how they will identify people with shots. I mean, they implanted us with those shots so easy to track. Yeah, don't think so. That's what happened. And look, guys, at the end of the day, if they want to put a little chip in me to make sure where I'm at all times, I don't care. I mean, they could track you with your phone anyway. I double mask when I go into Sprouts and even at Farmers Market. I am fully vaccinated. I will continue to double mask. I haven't been into HEB since before Christmas. Yeah, and again, guys, it has to be a personal choice. And look, more power to individuals that opt to wear a mask, wear a double mask. I refuse. But I will not judge anyone that opts to wear a mask, and I hope people that see me that don't have to judge me for wearing masks. I've come across several businesses that I've been to that the owner and employees are not wearing masks, so I get down without mine. But I'm considerate of others at stores. That's what it's about. I'm vaccinated, so either or. I agree with Mike, guys. Let's just all be considerate. with other individuals' different fears and concerns, guys. Again, I will wear a mask at Walmart as long as I'm asked to wear a mask. As that, I don't want to be that example. Plus, I get my picture taken everywhere I go. So yeah, I don't want someone saying, "You see, he's not wearing a mask at Walmart," but I will be wearing a mask. Guys, if you're on that YouTube, those 53 people, please hit that like button, please. So, do you want normality again or not? Don't judge people that don't wear masks. That's what I said. Yeah, I want normality back 100%. I'm not judging people that don't wear masks. I don't judge people that do wear masks. It's exactly what I said, right? Se me está yendo la onda. That's exactly what I said. Smash that like button, guys. Click it, click it, click it. How dumb of people now feel now that there wasn't really a shortage and now they have all the gas for nothing in their garages, all but a fire hazard. It's crazy. I did my best to go out there and try to encourage individuals, do not hoard gasoline. I'm very, very fortunate though that my scooter has a full tank, and I use my electrical scooter. And that on Monday I filled up my gas tank for my small little Fiat. Doesn't waste that much gas, so more power to me. Hazard. Good evening, Alina. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Oh yes, and I like the mask because I can feel faces, make faces to people. But no lie, sometimes I'm walking around outside and I make faces or have my mouth open as if I had a mask on. You know what, guys? That's one of the things that I think that I've missed the most in regards to masks. Uh, I tend to be a smiler, and I'm always smiling. So if for some reason, I lock eyes with people, I smile. And I always ask myself, with the mask, did people not realize that I was smiling at them all the time? Or can you see it through the eyes? I don't know. I'm done with masks. Tired of it. People are traumatized with 2020. It will take time to cope with the public. I agree with Lupito. It's going to take some time for individuals to start to feel commonplace, to feel normal, guys. So again, guys, please do not be mask holes. Let individuals that do not want to wear a mask while walking around, it's okay. If individuals want to wear a mask, it's okay. Let's make it a personal choice, guys. A personal choice. They keep salaries for 1 year, and I believe they are almost ready for retirement. Yeah, but what I'm not sure, Maggie, and I haven't talked to either one of them. What I'm not sure is if the salary is till the end of the school year or just a whole year. And I'm guessing that it's only for the end of the school year. Those are two individuals that I'm sure are not coming back to the district once they are able to retire, or if they find employment elsewhere. 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 Snoopy, they must feel stupid, especially those fighting at gas stations. Crazy guys. Please share that video I posted. I heard they welcomed the change. Let me say, Maggie, Dr. Cuff is amazing. And I think one of the things is that they were just so tired of the back and forth in regards to not having a clear message at the administration level. So I could see where it's a huge relax. I don't think nobody's happy with the change. I don't think either one of them were happy with the change. It is a gut punch, Maggie. It is a gut punch. But I could see where they'd be a little bit happy about it, not having to deal with that crap. No, Cat, Mr. Cuff and Mr. Haynes will keep their salary for a year, and they get one hell of a deduction. People don't understand that the difference pay for an AA and elementary principal is tens of thousands. But I wonder, Charlie, is it till the end of this school year or till the end of a full year? I don't know. I need to ask. I'm not sure. Yes, all male principals back in our days, and I think there were less problems. What do you think? Different times, I think. I think a lot of the folk, administrative folk, uh, again, it had to do a lot with women's rights. But a lot of the folk when we were growing up, I guess a lot of the principals, I think all the principals, I can't remember who my principal was at Cromac, but all my other principals I remember were male, so I'm not sure. Right now, it's most of them are female. If male teachers were hotter, kids would go to school just saying, maybe. Antonio Zacharias, good evening, good evening. They track you on your phones anyway. Yeah. And guys, let me tell you, I cannot live without my phone. But instead of complaining, why not find another job? If people hate BIZ so much, then maybe it's time to move on. I think a lot of people are moving on. I think one of the things that we shared early on was how many people had already filed for retirement. Even individuals that were not going to get all their benefits in regards to retirement. Well, it's not that easy. It's easy as a sideline quarterback to say, well, just get another job. People can't get another job like they have at the district, guys. That's just the truth. Because the salary is halfway decent in regards in comparison to other salaries around here in the city of Brownsville. What are they going to work as? But you know what, Summer? It seems like I'm going to think that you're actually your husband because that guy's a freaking nut. Your husband is crazy, loco en la cabeza, crazy. And I'm thinking it's your husband that's actually using your account to put these posts up. He is loco crazy and he needs to stop stalking me. Please. I can pass for younger with a mask. Was one of the things that I thought was kind of funny was that uh, what I thought was kind of funny was that mask or no mask, people in Brownsville know who that it was Erasmo walking in. All my MILF searches history has probably been analyzed by the government already. They know my weaknesses, but I don't mind. Maybe I should have bought that confession chair that I sat in at La Catedral in Mexico City. And the Führer Hitler Biden, we should just have a show for confessions. Your phone collects all the information the government needs. 100%, guys. It's like when if I do a search for uh, tour, what to do in Los Cabos, all of a sudden on my Facebook, I start to see a lot of these do snorkeling, do this, do that. And we're like, wow, how is it that they are on me like crazy? Good evening, good evening. But again, guys, they follow you around like crazy. Supercomputers. Even though I'm fully vaccinated, not everyone else is. So I'm protecting myself from those who aren't, but could be infected. 100%. And that's one of the reasons why, Lonnie, I opt to continue to stay at my office by myself. I literally sat in this office all day, except for the time that I had a couple of clients walk in and me going to Matamoros. But even then, solo. Good evening, Lucy. 51 on 17. Oh, guys, I got 55 people watching, only 17 thumbs up, guys. Please thumb up that YouTube page, guys. Please, please, please. Salaries are till the end of their contract. Yeah, and isn't their contract up? Like, aren't we right now renewing contracts right now? Again, I don't know, Maggie. I hope. Look, honestly, I hope that they get a whole full year salary. I just think that todo tiene plan con maña, and I think that some of their salary their salary is guaranteed till the end of the school year? That's the question I have, Maggie. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask. I'll ask. Hopefully, people from AOB. Do administrators sign their contract around the same time teachers do, which is in early May? I think so. If you remember, that's why they had spoken about non-renewals in this past meeting. So again, guys, my question is: was this in the works before? And Dr. Cuff and Jimmy Haynes got screwed up. The CDC has been largely discredited in the mid 80s. They switched from putting a person in charge based on merit to an appointment by the president. CDC has been politicized. Now they are afraid to do their job. Think all the money for a governmental institute that doesn't give us great value. I agree with you 100%. Unfortunately for us, Todd, everything in this country is becoming politicized. Everything. With that said, everything is political. But I hate that a lot of these important seats are given to the compadres instead of to the most qualified individuals. I agree with you, man. Todd, my man. I agree. For that school year. Yeah. So if it's for that school year, Maggie, then boom, May, June. So starting next year, do you think that starting next year that they'll? I'll ask. I honestly don't know. I worked with Dr. Cup when he was an assistant principal at Garza Elementary back in the 80s. I met Dr. Cup when he was a principal at Gonzalez Elementary. Full year. I need to ask. Again, I'm not sure. Deja Führer Hitler Biden. What is MILF? What does it stand for? You don't want to know. uh, Google it. It's until the end of their calendar year. And for administrators, it's in August. So it will end August 2022. Then puro pennies, Chavelo's way of forcing them into retirement. Wow. So if it's August 2022, that's awesome, man. I'm concerned that it might be August 2021, but again, I'm not sure. I'll ask. There was a corporal punishment back in the day. Yeah, I actually, when I was in Webb Elementary, the principal, there was a stage, and the principal had us all out there. He goes, I just bought me this new pile. Who wants to break it in first? And of course, I had to raise my hand, and I got paddled. Districts get federal money if they hire women, graduate women. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were informed of the demotion before they signed their contract, so it's most likely their salary changed at the end of the school year. See, that's my question, El Gallo de Joe Valdez. Is it at the end of the school year that their salary went down, or is it after, like Charlie Brown said, August 2022? For some reason, I sort of think, guys, I sort of think for some reason that their contract is up this year. Unfortunately, female principals make more problems for teachers. They get on a power trip. Just saying. What happened to Dr. Cuff? New principal at Sharp Elementary. Absolutely true, Lucy. Does BISD require pre-employment drug screens? I'm going to say no. Should they? They need to get some drug screenings for some people at BISD Police Department. And I mean the higher ups, not my officers. All the conversations, Alexa, Google, and Facebook collect is crazy and probably embarrassing. I've sort of noticed that. I am fake profile. Nobody you know in person. I did it for the same reason a lot of people on here do it, to protect their identity. Sorry, I'm not always going to agree on what is said here. You don't have to agree. Don't have to agree. I sort of think I know who you are, though. And if you are Summer's husband, my lord, bro, get a life. Stop stalking me. If you are Summer's husband. I did a Masters of Science search. I swear. I have received 20 offers for the Master of Science program. 17 likes, 51 watching, 34 spies. Guys, like that 62 people on that YouTube thing. Please like that sucker. I'm not going to know who liked it, guys. Just like it or dislike it. I don't care. Summer shitty. The logic of some of my older family members doesn't make sense. They say they don't want a bank account so the government won't keep track of them. Ah! Thank you, me too. So the government won't keep track of them, but they have social media and internet. Yeah, guys, they know what you look at. Big shout out to April J. Cardenas. She's a new big fan. Hi, April! Thank you for coming on, April. Woo! I appreciate it. Where's Maggie? I don't know. I miss Maggie. I thought that by now she'd be back, but I guess they haven't settled yet. Administrative contracts start August and teachers in September. They should keep until 2022. I don't know, Charlie Brown. I'll find out. I'll ask. Teachers deserve way better, and they stay working there because they love their job. That doesn't mean they should tolerate putting up with crap. No one should. Moms, I'd like to friend. That's not what MILF stands for, but close. By the way, I miss Maggie too. That's have you spoken to her? Does anyone know how she's doing? Hope all is well, Miss Maggie. No, I have not. I've done my best to give her space. I don't want to in any way cause for more retaliation to come Maggie's way. I love Maggie, and she knows that. And I hope she's listening. I love you with all my heart, and I greatly appreciate your friendship. And I've missed you. I've missed you more than I could actually say. I've really, really missed you. Este, it's so very unfortunate that individuals feel that they have to go into hiding. Don't Google that on your school computer. Yes, please don't do that, guys. Just so you doesn't make me stalker. You've had people on the show that have disagreed with you. Doesn't make us bad people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you are Summer's husband, then este, you need to do something different. I don't care if people disagree with me. Thank you, me too. 100% about principles, Lucy. Thank you so much. Remember, Eddie Garcia did say these cuts will be saving the district $1 million. Yeah, unfortunately for us guys, they didn't cut the right people. Dr. Cuff is an amazing guy, guys. An amazing, amazing individual. And very, very unfortunate, guys, that happened. Yes, their salaries are up at the end of the school year as per IDA. This school year. Is that correct, Mr. Murillo? I've had friends that were administrators and moved back down to principals. They keep their salary for 1 year after move. So this country year already divided into 12 months. The 1 year begins August. I hope you're right. CDC said if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. You're late because we already talked about that. You see what happens when you're late? Wow, your fans, new and old, are out tonight. Makes no sense if they find issues with your opinion, yet they come back. Beats me. I like how you just tell it direct. Thank you. I love you, Ladybug. So they keep until August 2022. Awesome. Was Charlie placed on sabbatical as well? No, of course not. Maggie is awesome. I'm glad I worked with her. I am very honored that I worked with her on this show back in the heyday. I miss her. Since being out of rehab, so upset to see felon Sylvia still free, but to administrators, beware of La Roñosa, Dr. Cantu. If I have to compare her to anyone, it would be Atkinson, La Felon. Sad situation. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Maggie se No más porque no le ha pasado a ella no significa que no le iba a pasar. Ojalá regrese porque no se lo merece. I agree. El little Eddie, the plane. Little Eddie Munchkin. I was late to your show because them ladies with their darn coupon fronts of the line. Hey, does anyone remember the green stamps? Does anyone remember green stamps? What were they called? They used to take them at Kroger, and then there was a day where you could go for double stamp day. Does anyone remember that? And you'd put these green stamps on this little piece of paper. I don't know why I thought that. Guys, my 45 minutes are up. It's been a very slow day, guys. There's been very, very little news, very little few happening. I think the most amazing thing that happened was the CDC coming out and saying that face masks weren't going to be a thing anymore. So S S and H. Yes, they were an S and an H. I remember the green stamps. Yes, S and H green stamps. Los HEB Buddy Bucks are accepted at stilettos. No, they're not. The nickel and dime stores took green stamps. Also Kroger, no, Lupito? I think Kroger had the green stamps. Was it Kroger, the one that was over here where Palm Boulevard is at? We had a Kroger there, no? Where the Dollar General was at. Why would Maggie come on the show if she worked for BISD? She had to have known they were coming for her. Bad chess move. This is America. No one should have fear of expressing their opinion. No one. That is why I am confident she's going to take them to court. And she will win. Like to compliment you on your new positive attitude. Glad to see you are refraining from being negative. Be patient, guys. It's a slow business, slow news day. Not much happened today. So yeah, but don't hold your breath. El Centro on Four Corners, yes. But also there was a Kroger, no? La Platte. That's where we represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. A little Eddie Tremendous. Mini Maxes. I don't remember Mini Maxes. Way back in the heyday. It was a King Mart in Palm Boulevard. Wasn't it a Kroger, Charlie Brown? Does anyone remember if it was a Kroger before it was a King Mart? Because I think it was Kroger and then it became a King Mart. Albertsons was on Four Corners. Albertsons was where Home Depot's at, where that um, Teleperformance is at. No, guys, you would fill books with those stamps and trade them in for items like blenders and glasses. I thought you traded them in for discounts in regards to some food products. What did they do to Maggie? She never said or did anything as far as you told us the district. Never. I think you earned green stamps when you purchased food at Kroger's. I think so too. I worked at El Centro, great years. I never worked at any other grocery stores. Kroger was at El Globo. But wasn't, or was it King Mart? Wasn't there Kroger on Palm Boulevard, or was that just King Mart? Yes, El Globo is where Kroger used to be at. El Globo. Yes, next to Domino's. Yes, what? Before King Mart, it was a Minimax. No, no, Kroger came in as a new store where El Globo is at. Okay, that's where I'm getting confused. So then, the one grocery store on Palm Boulevard was King Mart then. Yeah, global work. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Remember the diner downtown at Crestor? Yes, I actually got to eat there. Uh, yes, a couple of times. Kroger was at the global location. Yeah, yeah, you're all right. Era un Gibbons donde era teleperformance. Gibbons. Gibson. No, 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 no. Wasn't Gibson's, guys, over here where the flea market, the thrift store's at? Or that was a bowling alley. Gibson's downtown. Mm. Kroger was in El Globo. Yes, we already got that one. So my bad. ¿Cómo estás, Erasmo? ¡Guri! ¡Hola! ¿Cómo estás, Guri? Guri es mi amigo de Teotihuacán. ¡Hola! ¿Cómo estás, Guri? Muy buenas noches. Fíjate qué cosas, ¿no? Que vienes a esta hora. Yo ya estaba por terminar el programa porque acabo casi siempre después de los 45 minutos. Un placer, Guri. Me quedaste mal porque esperaba de que nos íbamos a ver junto con tu novia el día después de que nos vimos ahí, cuando estaba tomando tepache. Que de repente resulta que no era tepache. Long story. Albertsons. Albertsons was over here on Four Corners where Teleperformance is at. Am I right? Minimal. Minimax. I think that's what you're trying to say. Before El Globo, it was Loros. Remember, I do not remember Loros at all. I know Loros because it's a parrot from, I think that they were kind of famous up here in the Houston area. I don't remember. Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, I'll be back. Gibson's. I'm older than you all. On Palm Boulevard, Minimax was before King Mart. Yeah, that's why I'm confusing the Kroger. It was King Mart. I remember King Mart. I do not remember. No, I do not remember the Minimax. I'm not that at all. Gibson's. Yeah. El Valley Mart. Not so sure. El Valley Mart. Oh, yes, the pies in the glass case rotating and crest. Amazing. It was literally a soda jerk shop. I remember the chairs. Yes. Gibson's was where Harmony's at. Yes. I miss the movies and the Vito's Pizza next to Kroger. I actually kind of like craving some pizza. Gibson's where the thrift store is now. Yes. But wasn't that also the bowling alley? No. Right, bowling alley. So are high schools having portions after all, or what? Portions. Ardons. Love you, Sergio. Aquí estamos muy bien. ¡Goody! ¡Oh, mi amigo Goody! Me quedaron mal. Los quedé esperando a Goody. Quedé esperándote, Goody. Aquel día nos quedamos en ver. ¿Cómo estás, man? Y ya te desapareciste, ni me pelaste, compañero. My parents took me there when I was little. To the Crest? It was amazing. Which thrift store? The thrift store on Security Drive. Isn't that where the bowling alley used to be? But I remember a Gibson in that area. Gibson's across from Stars on Central. Yeah, that's where Harmony's at. Will all students be allowed to go? I think starting August, the semester, it's going to be face-to-face. What about Woolworths? Woolworths was right there next to Crest, downtown. Me salió un imprevisto. No hay problema, Goody. En 2-3 meses, regreso a la capital. Estaré en México. Y pues yo te mando un aviso y pues a lo mejor nos vemos ahí cerca de Teotihuacán o en la misma capital. Pienso regresar tan pronto que abran el Museo Nacional de Antropología, el cual no alcancé a ver. Al igual, no alcancé a ver el castillo de Chapultepec. No alcancé a verlo porque estaba cerrado y ahorita un amigo de Torreón fue a la capital y le dijeron que, y tomó fotos ahí con la carroza y adentro del castillo. Dije yo, ¿qué onda? Yo acabo de ir la semana pasada, ahí estuve la semana pasada y no me dejaron entrar. Lo que puede pasar en una semana. So, mi gran amigo Goody García de Teotihuacán, te aviso de que Dios mediante en 2-3 meses regreso al DF para pasarla chévere. ¡Woo! El Central Supermarket was at the corner of Boca Chica and International. Yeah, el Central Supermarket. Guys, I need to go to Walmart. Stars! No! Lodos? That's the one from Houston. Albertsons was where Peking's restaurant is at. No! Was it? Albertsons was across the street from Peking's restaurant. Peking restaurant is on Peking's restaurant is where it's always been. That's not enough space for an Albertsons, Sam. It isn't. I don't even know what that building is. You remember Woolworth Woolco? Of course I do. Why hasn't anyone done anything with the old movie theater on El Globo? BIZ could buy it and turn it into 3 or 4 theaters for our actors. Let me tell you right now, I just want them to build our Performing Arts Center. Albertsons, where, yes, that's where I remember. Albertsons was there where Teleperformance is at. Era un pin. Gibson's Erasmo, que terco. Was it Gibson's? Lucy, are you asking for about prom? Lucy. What about Woolworth? What are all students are allowed to go? I don't remember. Woolworth. I remember Woolworth. Crest, yes. Whackers? No, unless we're talking about something else. Yes, Charlie. ¿Me estás invitando, Erasmo? ¡Vamos! Sure. I miss United Artists Movie Theater and burgers from Smacks. Yes, bowling alley too. Yes! I remember because I had a pretty bad experience at that bowling alley. I cannot share. Remember the lobster that Walmart had? No. Josue? I do not remember that. Yes, Security Drive thrift store was a bowling alley. Yes. Gibson's became Drug Emporium. Bowling alley was next to it. It is now a motel. Yes, something like that. And there was also another Gibson's where Harmony is now. Yes, 100%. Albertsons was where the Home Depot. Yes, where Teleperformance is at. 100%. The thrift store was a pharmacy. Drug Emporium, wasn't it? Prawns. Back in those days, you'd buy secondhand clothes by the pound. I think by the paleta. Can't recall name of pharmacy next to the building was bowling. Drug Emporium, wasn't it? Proms. I lost it. HEB on Central. Was that not a Kroger as well? I don't think so. Not sure. Oh, yes. It's Harmony, not the Teleperformance. My bad. So sorry. No, but Teleperformance was Albertsons. I remember that. Le mando what's ahora mismo y nos ponemos de acuerdo. Gracias, Goody. Ahorita te lo contesto cuando acabe el programa. Lo acabo a las 10. Kroger was what is now El Globo. Spanish and or English, either one. Primeramente Dios. ¡Goody! Me quedaron mal. Erasmo hablando chilango. ¡Sí! Es que me encantó estar allá en Teotihuacán con mi amigo Goody y me encantó estar en la capital de México comiendo guajolotas y tomando ese champurradito que venden riquísimo. Me encantó la zona rosa, me encantó el hotel donde nos quedamos, hermosísimo. Just messing with you, bro. Yeah, you scared me there for a while. Good idea, Dave. Sambo's was at Peking Restaurant. I don't remember. Albertsons was where telemarketing is at Four Corners. It closed El Centro down, and Peking Duck was in the building in front of Beacon Harbor. Now that was a nice bar. I remember that one actually. I got stories about that as well. Me and the Lopez supermarket kids. Albertsons was the first place I drove my mom and dad and sister. My first car, Geo Tracker. $10 of gas lasted me 2 weeks. Good old days. My hour's up. Yes, at me too. Remember when Skateland was? Yes, Skateland was on Price Road. I remember right before getting to Hannah. I actually broke my ankle there and my wrist. I keep reading proms as porns. It's about that time. Remember Barker's and Shoppers World? I do not. Shout out to Dolores Delano from Cameron County, all the way from Missouri. Dolores, you wanted me to say the word. Sorry, guys. Guys, I love you all. Now I know what you're trying to say. Shoppers World. I remember Shoppers World. Guys, sorry for the short show. We actually been out here for an hour, guys. Guys, if you're on YouTube, please like that channel, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a little bit more news. We'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. So please be on, be on, be on. Thank you, David. Love you, Papa. Thank you, Gilda. Norma, good night. Guys, I love you all. Guys, social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer if you still want to do all that. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I'm heading to Walmart, guys. Thank y'all for being you. Guys, be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me. Thank y'all for coming on, guys. I appreciate it. Good night. Sent you a pic of the grocery store. Thank you, Papa. I love you. Guys, hasta mañana, 9 o'clock in the morning. God bless.